Hello, everybody. This is Trading with Confidence, and I'm John Breland. Today, I'm going to try to help you to know where the market is going at this time. The reason I'm doing this is because I believe this is a very crucial time in the market. Um, the big question is are we going to continue down with all the bad news? You know, the supply chain issues, Biden's presidency, which is not that many people are enjoying very much, inflation, gas prices, so on and so forth. Or is the market ready to turn back up again because it's all priced in? So I'm going to try to make a case here for the idea that the market is going to be going up. And the reason, let me explain some of the things that I have been observing in the market recently. So as we can see, this is the ES, which is the E-mini S&P, which mimics the SPX or the S&P price, basically. And we can see that every time the market, so the market just tends to continue just to move up and move up, and every once in a while you have these little shocks here, like this right here, little shock down here, little shock here. But recently, you'll see that these shocks tend to have like a zigzag pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Even this one, 2, 3, before it comes back up again. So it's obviously this particular shock is that we've recently been experiencing has lasted a lot longer, and the movement has been uh, pretty much just well. The movement of this particular shock has been pretty much the same as the shock that we had back during the COVID crisis. So these are actually very good times. Obviously, this is a very good time to get into the market to make a lot of money. You know, these periods, these times here are very good. I mean, this is how good money is made. Especially, I mean, look at this kind of move in this very short. It's in 3 weeks that the market moved from like 21 to 27. I mean, that's I don't have a percentage here, but I mean that's 20% from here, something like that. I mean that's pretty good for the. It's not that's normal for crypto, but it's pretty good for the S&P. So yeah, so here again we have this shock where we've seen this 1, 2, 3 pattern, but what's been added this time, which is very interesting, is this third little move. So you can call these are considered to be Elliott waves, and typically when we have a pattern 2 Elliott wave, it means that it's just a like a setback or just a reaction towards an uptrend. But now we have this 5 wave Elliott wave, which indicates to I think probably the Elliott wave and analysts out there that we've got a lot more to go, and I think that is possible, but for the time being, I think we're moving up, and so this is the weekly chart here. So we've been moving down since the beginning of the year, and half of the year has passed, right? Off of a weekly signal, one weekly signal here. So this particular, excuse me, this particular signal right here that occurred right at this point, which happens to be right at the top of the market here, is a what I call the pattern 2 signal. Okay. We had stochastic given a divergence. We had the pattern 2 signal on the surge oscillator, and we had a top. So that came along, and we had also another pattern 2 right here without a divergence, and that moved up quite a bit. It took out this second wave down here, took that out, And now we have another pattern 2 in the opposite direction. So this is telling me with a divergence in the stochastic. So this is telling me that we are headed up at from this point. We're headed up. This could have been the low, or the low could possibly come down in here. It's not quite clear. But if the market's going to retrace its second move, it should retrace all the way up, in my opinion, up to there. This probably should be green. I don't know how this turned red. But it should retrace all the way up back to here. And so what's very possible, if this is a very long and prolonged downturn, like a serious recession, we can retrace up to this area here and then go back down again. Okay, like that. That's a very good possibility. I don't think we're going down. I don't think we're doing this. That's not what we're doing, in my opinion, because these signals don't support that action. So for the time being, we're going up. Okay, based on these signals that I've grown to trust. Okay, this is how I trade, and this is what works for me. And even though it looks like we're trending down, you got to stay with the trend. To me, what I care about is what's the trend of the oscillator. The trend of the oscillator is up. So when it finally turns here, we're in and up. We're going up. Just like the trend of the oscillator was down here, and we started to see down move. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing right now. It's interesting that I'm seeing the same thing on Bitcoin. I'm seeing this particular pattern on Bitcoin, and I'm bullish on Bitcoin right now. I think and again, this is a six month move. This could be possibly another 6 month move. It's hard. I mean, it's hard to really say that. It depends on what patterns actually appear at whatever time they appear. I can't say it's 6 months, but I mean, it's very possible we are going up, just like here. You know, just go up, 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 up. Shot down, just go up, 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 up. This could be happening right here. So, but what's different? I mean, people are saying, well, this time is different. Well, what is different here is that the Fed is no longer supporting the market. So that's kind of a problem, right? But we still have millions of people having 401ks and contributing to their 401ks every 2 weeks or so. That's just that's in my opinion, that's one of the reasons why the market has always gone up. It's just by default, so many people are just socking money away in the markets. The other reason I think that we're likely moving up is if you look at companies like Netflix. I mean, look how far they've come down. I mean, that's a serious drop right there. I mean, it's down to where it was back in 2017. And these are very serious. These are very, very serious moves. By the way, we do have a weekly signal here too to go up, and we've had this. What appears to be a divergence on the stochastic here on the weekly. So I think this will likely retrace back up to 399. Netflix probably would be a very good buy right now. Very good buy. Anyway, that looks like a really good buy. But we shall see. So I don't know if I have much more to say. My signals are there. Oh, I do have one more thing to say. Sorry, I've done this before. Okay, one more thing to say, and that is that the dailies are showing a very interesting situation. The dailies are showing a sell. Dailies are showing a sell here. You can see the very clear signal to short right here. But the dailies, I'm not expecting much of a move on the day. So we had our short right here, and in prior on prior shorts, I mean, look at the kind of moves it was making. All these very strong moves. From this short area, we only went this far before we popped up again. That's telling you, hey, short's not the way to go. Now, it could go down here a little. It's possible it'll go down. If it does go down here, I'm a strong buyer. I'm a really strong buyer. I think it's possible the buying spree won't start until maybe like midweek or maybe by the end of the week. But I think I think we're basically the idea is to be looking for buy signals at the time. Right now this is actually this looks like a buy signal right here, because this is a pattern. Because this here is morphed. This particular pattern morphed. So what you see, this is what I call a pattern. This is what I call a pattern 1. So what we like to see is the stochastic move down to the oversold area. It didn't quite get to oversold area, but this indicates that considering this move right here is your Z, this would be a pullback where it didn't quite make the high. This low, let's make it a little bit clearer here. You see this pattern right here where this is down. Sorry, hey, yikes. This is down. This is down, but this is up here. Now, these pattern 1s are not going to be show up on the stochastic except for a turn. So I think this, this could be the start of a whole new wave up. So the weekly is supporting up move. So it's probably best to maybe get on the 4 hour and look for signals on the 4 hour to catch the trend up. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. How much time? 13 minutes. Okay, so that'll do it for now. I wish you the best for trading. The time will tell how it actually will work out. And one of the purposes of me doing these videos is to show how accurate this system is in the long run. People look back at the videos that I do, and they see that I've been right a lot. And it's very fulfilling to know that I've come up with a system that is right all the time, or well, I shouldn't say all the time, but a lot of the time. And I hope you get something out of it, and I can help you make your trading better. And so anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. And I wish you the best. Take care.